Hey YouTube, welcome back to another episode. Today we're going to be following on with the Windows Server playlist. It's been a while actually, to be honest. And we're going to create a second domain controller. Now I've pre-installed Windows Server 2016. I've already renamed the computer to the the host name that I want, sjh-dc-02. In the previous video, the link should be floating around the top here, if I remember, where we created DC01. Now, you may want to have some form of redundancy, just in case you restart domain controller 1 or something goes wrong with it, then you can fall back to domain controller number 2. So you'll notice that I haven't enrolled it onto the domain yet, and the reason is that we're going to install the Active Directory onto this virtual machine, and then we'll go from there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Tools, so, go to Manage even, click on Add Roles and Features, and then wait a bit. And just like before, I'm going to click on the Active Directory domain services, and it's going to give me a list of stuff it wants to install as well. So I'm just going to click next, and then next, and I'm just going to click next, and then I'm going to click on install. So eventually that has installed. It did take a while. I'm just going to click on close, and now as you can see we've got the ADDS, and it says configuration required for Active Directory domain services at sjh-dc02. So I'm going to click on the flag with the exclamation mark, and I'm going to promote this server to a domain controller, he says. Somewhere there should be a window. Here we go. Right. So add a domain controller to an existing domain, add a new domain to an existing forest, or add a new forest. Now what I'm going to do is add a domain controller to an existing domain, and it says here to specify the domain information for this operation. And if I click on select, nothing happens because there is nothing here. Okay. So what I'm going to do is type in steve.lab and then click select. Now it's going to ask me for the administrator password, and hopefully I've got that right. And as you can see, we've got select domain from the forest, and it is steve.lab, so I'm just click on OK, and then I'm going to click next. Oh. So I'm going to change administrator, and then So now if I log in as the domain admin of the domain, it will now let me enroll this not only as a domain controller but also onto the domain that we're doing. Now, specify the domain controller capabilities and site information. Well, we want the DNS, we want the global catalog, but we're not doing a read-only domain controller, okay? So yeah, so we don't need to worry about that. And then we want the directory services restore DSRM password. So I'm going to type in that. So I'm just going to click X on that because that doesn't matter. And I'm going to click next. And I'm going to click next. And then that seems okay. And then we're good to go. So we've successfully passed. It's basically just given us a couple of warnings here, which is fine. That's not a problem at all. And I'm just going to go and click install. And as you can see, it's replicating all the information from domain controller 1 to this domain controller here, so that if DC01 does go down or I don't switch it on, then domain controller 2 will work. Now, it's going to sign me out because we need to sign back in under the new domain, so that's okay. And I'm just going to click close. And it's going to restart the machine automatically. Now once it's restarted up, you will need to log into it under the domain controller admin account, domain admin account, and it will log you in under the new domain, and we will see once it does log in. So now it's logged in and it is starting to load up. Apologies for the system being quite slow today. Maybe I needed to add another couple of CPUs into it, I don't know. But as you can see now, we've got the ADDS, we've got the DNS as well. And if we just click on this one, the DNS, and then go to DNS Manager, what you will find is it should have the same forward lookup zones as DC01 has, which there we go. Now, okay, I did mess up the naming convention, but that's not an issue. So you've got SHDC01, which is 25.1, and then we've got this one at 25.2. So it's picked up the DNS entries from the main controller number 1, which is what we wanted. So this means that if we turn off domain controller 1, domain controller 2 will still run the DNS entries, and there you go. So yeah, that's how you add a secondary domain controller to your domain. Hope you found that useful. Let us know, leave comments below, and don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.